A little bit of history about Port Macquarie for you. The town, or there was nothing here obviously, there was Aborigines here, the Indigenous, and John Oxley in 1818 I think, he did an expedition from down south, Sydney way, up to this area and discovered that, and the Hastings River, Port Macquarie sits on the Hastings River. It was originally a penal colony where basically the repeat offenders, so if you'd been caught second time doing the wrong thing, breaking the law, you were sent up here to this colony, which in my view is not a bad place to be. Bet you it wasn't back then though. Then they were forced, when they were here, they were forced to do manual labour. Some of the instances were people with one arm were forced to break rocks. The people with one leg were made as delivery people, and blind people would work doing the menial tasks at night because they were better at it and they could get more done. So yeah, interesting history, this place. That's Roto House in the distance. The outside, I'm still here at the Animal Hospital. I'm actually waiting for my daughter to call me back so I can show her some koalas. She might just have to watch the video. About 50,000 people live in Port Macquarie now. That's just in the main area of Port Macquarie, including the surrounding areas. I think it's about 80,000. It's quite a lot. It's fairly large town really. I'll take you for a drive through there. We'll go for a walk, something. Back to my coffee. It's very well kept, very well restored. That's what's making the noise, you can hear. tall ceilings. Impressive. I'll show you around the outside of Roto House. Being one of the first houses up here, they actually had a bit of forethought and they created the house with the very tall ceilings and the verandas all around. So in summer it gets very humid, and obviously that's going to counter the humidity a little bit. Learn a bit about some koalas. I wonder if this was painted by the indigenous people. I only say that because they They do the dot style of painting like that. Especially like that.
Koalas are the world's fussiest eaters. They only eat 6 species of eucalypt. True or false? False. Koalas are more likely to eat between 50 to 60 different types of eucalypt out of a known 900. In our area alone, we know they prefer 15 species of eucalypt. They will also eat other native flora such as paperbarks, she oaks and corymbias. So not that fussy.
Should be feeding time. Ah, yes, they've already been fed. Morning, how you going?
Good, thanks. I'm Catherine, I'm one of the volunteer guides.
Catherine, I'm Greg.
Hi, Greg.
I was here about 4 years ago,
Yes.
just after the bushfires. You
Yes.
had a lot of koalas
We did.
here that were injured.
Yeah.
Are any of them still here? Have they all been released?
The ones that we could release have been released, other than one.
Other than one?
So we've got one of the koalas up in this enclosure called Baz. So he was one that was found in Port Macquarie area that
Okay.
got quite badly burnt by a fireman called
Oh.
Baz. And he got quite badly, his hands and his feet was quite badly burnt.
Yep.
And he's now, once he's recovered, he's in this enclosure.
There he is up there.
Yeah, so he's the one that gets to stay with us.
And he's doing okay?
He's doing really well. Yeah.
Yeah?
The main limitation, you know, it's a bit of scarring and stuff, is because of the bad burns on his hands and feet, his claws didn't go back well enough, and his hands, he can't climb big, wide trees.
So he's lost his grip?
But he can climb the narrow ones,
okay.
so that's why we couldn't release him.
Oh, so it's the actual claws on the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he sort of, just to really, and to pull himself up.
Okay.
So he's there.
So he'll stay here forever?
He is. And all of these ones that you'll see here, that you'll see their names, will stay here forever. But over here, this side is what we call our pre-release area. So when we've sort of rehabilitated some of the koalas, we bring them in here. So there's one Joey up here, one young baby.
Oh, yes.
He's an orphan.
Very hard to see, yeah.
Yeah, and in home care. And then we bring them out here, wait for them to grow a bit.
Yep.
And then we'll go and release them in the wild.
Okay.
And we've got one adult as well that was found here in Port Macquarie. And once they check on them and make sure they're okay, they sort of, this is kind of like their test area, pre-release area.
Yep.
And they'll put them out here. Where is it?
There's
that
one.
fork of the little tree.
Fork there, yeah. Very good. And I should have looked this up, but what's the lifespan?
So males and females are a bit different. Males in the wild about 11 to 15.
Yep.
And females 15 to 18.
Oh wow, that's a big difference. Is that like with humans? The males
I think
are
so.
dumb,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. They live harder and faster. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
They can live longer. So there's been some in the past associated with us here that have actually lived to, there's one sort of plaque on that seat for a 21-year-old and a 25-year-old. And I guess they're really healthy, really safe.
Okay.
It's a bit like 100, people live to 115,
that's
right. That's
and
it, yeah.
If they've lived a good, healthy life and a safe life, as you say, yes.
Right.
Very good. Excellent.
So back there you can't see any of the koalas there. We've got some in there that are just in rehabilitation.
Yep.
But around here we've got 3 more that are our permanent residents.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go and have a look.
Have a look.
Thanks very much.
He's about just over 2. Okay. That's it. Because he's usually up the top.
You have no touch this koala?
No. We've taken this wild koala and we try not to less impact. A bit.
Excellent. This place is just run by donations. I will make a donation. Definitely came at the right time of day. Feeding time. Switched over to my iPhone for a moment so we can get a better zoom. Breakfast time and this guy's hungry. Eucalyptus leaves are actually quite poisonous. Humans shouldn't really eat them. They can contain cyanide, but the koalas got a special part of their intestine that will get rid of the cyanide somehow. Scientists don't really know what it does to this day. He's a bit camera shy, this fella. Don't blame him, this probably happens all day. This little fella enjoying the sun. There he is. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, sleepy. I'd be sleepy sitting in the sun too. Hi there. They're definitely cute, that's for sure. Flying foxes, I saw them last night. There's thousands of them. They leave here, they fly back over that way to eat, I presume. They're fruit bats, I believe. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is the historical cemetery. Ghoulish, but it's not a new cemetery, so let's go and have a look. Mary Verge. I think it says 55 years of age, died in 1872. A lot of these are so weather worn, you just cannot read anything on the headstones. Sacred to the memory of Thomas Parsons, a surgeon. 80 years of age. In 1875 he passed away. I think that's a pretty good age to survive back in those times. A lot of people died a lot younger than that. It's all the bats. They're very noisy. I've left my phone in the car. Typical. I could have got a good zoom. I didn't know they were here. This is a swamp. Every tree has about 20 to 30 bats in it. Smells like a swamp. I've discovered I don't really like bats. One just went past my head fairly close. That sign was correct. If you get scratched or bitten by a bat, you could be in a bit of strife. They carry very bad diseases. What's it called? Killed a very famous horse trainer, racehorse trainer here in Australia. Vin Burke, I think his name was. But I can't. Lysovirus. Lysovirus? Something like that. I believe that's what it is, and it's generally pretty fatal. Kills horses as well. I think that's how Vin died. Something got infected from a horse or something along those lines. Even the bat guano is, you shouldn't really get in contact with it. Very tough to live in those days. In the 1800s, very, very difficult. And Kearney, native of the Montague Shire, South Wales, died 1871, aged 72 years. Alright, enough of the morbid scenery. Okay, found what I was looking for. $30. That's okay. This is the Hastings River. Last time I came along here was a few years ago, and we walked along at dusk, and there, on the foreshore of Hastings River, was here a few years ago. Came along here. It was before dusk. Not sure what time it was, but luckily enough, we had a pair of dolphins popped up just offshore there, like 30 or 40 feet away from us. It's very impressive. I don't think it'll happen now. I don't think it's the right time of day. Maybe we'll come back down tonight, get lucky again. Could we be lucky twice? I think I found the cable I was looking for. $30, not too bad. Dog down there having the time of its life. Nice little fishing platform. I wonder if they catch many fish off here. All the rocks along here covered in very small rock oysters. Don't think you'll be able to see them. Most of them have been opened up and eaten. This guy is Edmund Barton. Is it Sir Edmund? Sir Edmund Barton. After Federation for Australia in 1901, prior to 1901, Australia was part of the British Empire. In 1901, we became a federated country in our own right. And Sir Edmund back there, he was our first Prime Minister. I don't really like to get into politics, but he had to have been better than the one we have now. In 1818 this area was discovered by Europeans anyway. Wasn't transformed, it was made into a penal colony. It's quite an interesting history. Described it, trying to think who discovered it. You'll see what that means a little bit further up.
What's on here? Lots of them.
Vegas, 12,150 kilometres away. So you're allowed to paint on the rocks up this end, not further back that way. Don't know why, I guess they don't want the whole foreshore covered in painted rocks. Wow. Bob and Janine been together for quite some time. Nice cabins on the beach. Interesting. There's dolphins over there. We won't be able to pick them up on this camera. Got a little bit of footage on my iPhone, we'll see how we go. But I'll come back down here this evening, see if I come past again. Pretty lucky though, saw them both times I've been here. Gentleman caught a fish back there. I caught that on my iPhone as well. I'll post that up. It was the big mid-north coast best kept secret. Port Macquarie. Yeah, me too. I was the 2000 member of the RSL club. My dad was number 52. All the best, mate. Yeah, you too. See you next time. Perfect day. dolphins are playing over there. I think there's 3 or 4 of them. I was just talking to one of the fishermen earlier, and they've been catching black brim. He had another name for them. They've been catching so many of them, he's just throwing them back now. They're a fair size. He said they're about 32 centimetres long, which they're legal, but they're just prolific in here. There's another very healthy estuary here.